Hey guys, it's Madison and welcome to this very casual, chill, everyday, realistic kind of language learning vlog. Last week, actually, I had a really intensive week of language learning, which I'm going to post more about, so stay tuned for details if you're curious about that. But because of that, basically week of really intensive, everyday, hardcore studying, I was really mentally exhausted after that. And so this whole week so far, I've been doing almost nothing, just as kind of a way to recover from that extreme mental strain from the previous week. And that kind of theme of relaxation and not taking things too seriously is going to continue as the theme for this little vlog, as a way to kind of highlight what I typically do on my kind of casual, not too intensive days, which is most days for me, honestly. I feel like I highlight a lot of my kind of challenge or really intensive or interesting weeks of my life and not much of the regular everyday kind of life. And so hopefully this gives a more realistic, accurate peek into what I typically do on a regular workday or regular weekday off when I'm not doing one of those intense, crazy challenges. Now, it is actually Thanksgiving today, but I'm in Korea, so I can't see my family. I can't have the day off. It was just a very typical blase workday, Thursday for me, and so nothing too special going on around here, but I do want to kind of at least nod to the fact that it is Thanksgiving in the States and kind of do maybe something Thanksgiving related in my day-to-day, but other than that, I'm just gonna kind of let the day unfold naturally and just see what I end up feeling like doing.
就是值得庆祝的节日，不是吗？
So it's now Friday, it's around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Normally I would already be home by this time anyway, but today actually I lucked out. My students are taking a standardized test today, and so no classes, a lucky little extra day off for me. And so I've just been really enjoying my morning. I haven't done anything productive basically. I basically just got up, I called my family, I kind of slowly put it around and got ready and just haven't done much beyond watching YouTube for the most part. And so I've really been enjoying my slow, lazy morning. And yeah, so far this vlog has been very realistic to my typical daily routine of how I do language learning in my actual day. Just like you guys saw yesterday, it was still light when I filmed the intro. I think it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I didn't actually do any studying, even though I intended to do something Thanksgiving Eve for the day. I didn't do any of it until 9:30 p.m. That is very normal. If I do any language learning activity for the day, it's usually way at the end of the night when I'm starting to get ready for bed. I'm like, might as well throw some language learning in there. And so that's very typical for me. And then also these days I'm doing a lot of webtoon reading. So that was also very normal for me. Usually in bed before I go to sleep, I will open up a webtoon and read a few episodes before finally actually going to sleep, which is what I did yesterday as well. And then even today's slow, lazy morning is very normal for any day that I have off. I usually am not productive at all in the mornings. I'm not a morning person. I am definitely a night owl. And so usually, even if I do have extra time in the mornings, I don't actually ever do any language learning unless it's a very abnormal, strange day. So like I said, so far, very typical day for me. But today's actually going to get a little bit abnormal for me because, shocking news, brace yourselves, I'm leaving the house. Shocking, gasp, I know, it's very unusual for me, but I actually have plans. I know, who would have thought? I'm meeting up with my classmates from my advanced Korean class. Our classes are on Zoom, as you guys have seen a few times in previous vlogs, but today actually we decided to meet up in person. One of the students lives in a neighboring city. She's actually taking the bus or subway over here. We're meeting up kind of close by my home, and I think a couple of others are going to join later. I think the teacher's also planning on joining us for dinner. So yeah, that will hopefully be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll get a lot of Korean speaking in because, we all typically speak Korean to each other in the class, and we're all from different countries around the globe. So yeah, I'm hoping that it turns out great. I don't know these people that well beyond just interacting in class, but there's definitely a couple that I feel like I get along with pretty well whenever we're in small group breakout rooms together. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can make some actual real life friendships from this Zoom virtual class, and hopefully that goes well. We'll see. But aside from that today, which should be hopefully very fun and exciting, I thought about how I can make today's language learning kind of fun, and I figured since it is Black Friday, even though I don't usually do any special things for Black Friday, I've never been like a Black Friday shopper, I thought maybe I could do like a fun, like themed activity for today as well. I did kind of try to dress in all black for this filming just because, you know, I thought it'd be fun if I was wearing black for the Black Friday filming. But yeah, in addition to the all black outfit, I also thought I could tie in Black Friday to my language learning with a drama. I looked up the color black, like just like the word black on Viki and Netflix, and found a couple of options to watch. One of them I think was called Black Knight in English. I forgot the exact title, but I've actually heard of that one, and it's a short drama. I think it's only 9 episodes if I'm correct. And it's kind of like a sci-fi futuristic little short show, and I think that's perfect for what I'm trying to do. Just kind of a short, quick little thing I can finish in just 1 or 2 days. But yeah, that is the basic plan for my day. Do a little bit of drama watching here and there when I have time, and then going out later to meet up with my classmates. All right, so it is the next day now, although same outfit. I actually only wore this for a very short amount of time yesterday before changing into warmer clothes to actually go out and meet my Korean classmates. Yeah, that meeting yesterday went very well. Yesterday overall, I think went very well. I ended up watching the first 2 episodes of that short series. It was actually only 6 episodes, so very short, very sweet. Able to be binge watched in 1 day fairly easily. And so like I said, I watched the first 2 episodes, and I went out to meet one of the girls from my class who was coming over from the next town over. And I actually mentioned that I had started that show that day, and she said, oh, the first 2 episodes are great. I was like, what do you mean only the first 2? Because I had gotten through the first 2. And she was like, keep watching and you'll see. And so that made me very curious. As you can see at the end of the first episode, I was very shook. I was like, oh, that went there, okay. Yeah, anyway, I ended up talking to that girl for about 2.5 hours in a cafe. Then we went over and had dinner with another one of our classmates who was an older French gentleman, and he was also very nice. And so total, I ended up speaking for 5 hours. 5 hours of Korean, and actually it flew by. It did not even feel like 5 hours. I will say, for some reason, I don't know if it was the cold weather or if it was just my brain yesterday, but for some reason I could not find a lot of words I wanted to use, which is kind of annoying, but still it went overall very well. It's definitely the most I've spoken in Korean for quite a while. All around, it was a very fun excursion. I got back around 9 o'clock, a little after 9, and then I went ahead and just binge watched the rest of that series. The English name was Black Knight, and the Korean title is actually 택배기사, which is like the delivery driver, like the guy who drops off your packages at your door. And I thought it was a really fun, really interesting kind of concept behind the show. But as I did watch more and more, I did kind of understand what my classmate was talking about, because kind of as the show went on, the plot, or like especially the villain, kind of became very one-sided, and I never really fully understood like why he would go to such great lengths to like accomplish his strange goal. Like, I don't know, like it was kind of not fully fleshed out in my opinion, but if you don't think too deeply about it, it was a very fun, very action-filled sci-fi watch. So not a typical drama that I would watch. I'm usually more of the kind of silly, cheesy rom-com kind of person, but every once in a while I do like to kind of watch one of these dramas that is kind of just a totally different genre altogether, and I do enjoy some action, some sci-fi stuff every once in a while to kind of get me thinking and stuff. So yeah, if you like action-y sci-fi stuff, you might want to give it a try. It's on Netflix, and like I said, it's called Black Knight in English, so that's that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this vlog here. Hopefully you enjoyed this more kind of casual, chill peek into my regular life. I feel like my language learning kind of fluctuates between kind of pushing myself into some challenge, which I do really enjoy, but I feel like I'm always showing that part of my language learning and I'm not really ever showing the other flip side of that, where after a challenge or after I push myself hard, I will usually kind of give myself some like time off where I'm just being very chill, only occasionally doing some things that I feel like doing that I think are really fun. So this was that side of my language learning kind of daily routine where I'm just kind of doing a few things here and there that I just really enjoy. Like for example, webtoons right now I'm really into. Often with like Korean reading activities, I have to like push myself to like open the book or push myself to read the article or whatever I'm trying to do. But with webtoons, I found they're really addicting. And because they have like the visuals included, they're almost like a drama with reading involved. And so I found that it's really easy for me to get sucked in and to like actually want to open the webtoon app and to actually want to read. And so I've been really enjoying that little bit of reading, and I've been doing it almost every single day for a couple months now. So I'm very happy with that. But yeah, aside from webtoons, I'm not doing much these days. Just like you saw, occasionally do Chinese or some other really small activity, or my Korean class, or occasionally binge watching a drama like I also showed you guys in this vlog. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this vlog here. Let me know down below in the comments what you typically like to do on your more chill, casual, not too stressful language learning days. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, annyeong.